Hello and welcome to 5-Year Club video number 59, Celebration Time, where we talk about celebrating our financial behavior and how we think about that. Since I got serious about my finances in 2014, I've made 185 debt payments or deposits into savings accounts. That works out to about 3.7 per month because it's been 50 months. And doing that is the behavior that got me to the place where I am, where all my consumer debt is paid off. I've been maxing out my retirement accounts. I've paid off my mortgage, and I have an emergency fund that'll last me about a year. In fact, just last week, I got a state tax refund in the mail for a few $100s. And within half an hour of knowing that I got it, I deposited all that money into a savings account that I can't touch. And then I played some music to make myself feel better, and I wrote a sad blog post about that. So I'll show you the blog post. Tax refund arrives. I wake up, $1,000 in my bank account. I'm rich. I got $684 in taxes back from California. Yeah! Now I can buy an Xbox One X or a PlayStation 4 Pro, except no, I can't. I have to put that into a savings account. So I gotta hit that deposit button on the confirmation screen, which I did. So all that money is gone now, and my bank account is back down to about $350. But here's the thing. Wealth is not a bank account balance. It's a set of behaviors that inevitably leads to your freedom or to the goal that you are heading towards. And when you do what you need to do this week or this month to stick with your plan, you're acting like a wealthy person. Not when you spend a bunch of money, but when you do what's necessary this week to execute your plan. Oftentimes, doing what needs to happen this week or this month does not feel good to our lizard brains. That's the part of our brains that wants immediate gratification. It wants things that are pleasurable right now. But you need to understand that when you make that payment or do that transfer, whether it's $100, $50, $200, $500, $1,000, $25, whatever it is, that moment is the core behavior of winning with money. It's doing the actual labor that you need to do to stick with the plan, and that's worth celebrating. That is the best moment in this entire thing worth celebrating. And you can say, no, Lewis, that's stupid. Because when I finally am able to pay off the entire student loan or pay off the mortgage, that's going to be a way better moment than putting $40 away. Screw $40, who cares about that? And I'd say, you know what? It's going to be great when you pay off the mortgage. It's going to be great when you pay off the student loan, but you're not going to get to the point where you pay off the student loan or pay off the mortgage unless you do the $40 savings, unless you do the $100, unless you do the incremental small savings. And so you have to feel good about those small savings. You have to make yourself feel good, even though kind of the default is not to feel good. You're going to have to shift your perspective to focus on that instead of thinking that the only thing that's going to be worth feeling good about is when these bigger, longer-term goals are reached that many times will seem very far away. I remember even when my mortgage was within 6 or 10 or 12 months of being paid off, I was still like, oh my God, it's never going to get paid off. That's forever. And to celebrate these small events, we have to change our mindset around what winning looks like. Winning doesn't look like a BMW in the driveway. Why? Because when we're talking about net worth, a BMW in the driveway is a rapidly depreciating asset. BMW in the driveway is what losing with net worth looks like. Winning with net worth and winning with these other things looks very different. So just like I have the silly thing where I celebrate the pile of shirts on my couch because the fact that I'm not folding the stack of shirts means I'm doing something more important, which is what I need to be doing. So I'm like, fabulous. I'm like, that laundry can stay there. It's winning laundry. It means I have to look at my bank account, which is now $350, and I have to say that's an awesome balance for my checking account. Why? Because the reason why it's at that level is because when the tax refund came, I did the right thing. I put it out of my hands. I put it into a savings account so I couldn't spend it on something stupid. And I knew I could do that because I've arranged and planned February so that the remaining expenses of February are comfortably within $350. And I don't have a bunch of money now sitting around in my checking account that I'm tempted to spend, or sitting around in my checking account not growing in an investment. And I think it occurred to me when I made that deposit that it's really lame that we don't get better lizard brain feedback from banking and investing services when we make these responsible decisions for ourselves. In fact, it's silly for them because they want us to deposit money because then they get to, leverage that money themselves and, do their own investing with it. That's how banks work. And even when I play a stupid video game and I make fake food, I get better feedback than when I deposit enough money to buy that video game system and the game 2 times over into a savings account. So I want to show you the happy little video game noise here. And we'll just play this.
Now don't lie and pretend you make food to actually make food in this game. We all know this is the real reason. Yeah, I'm calling all y'all out. Bon appetit.
Right? If that's what it sounded like when you deposited money, you wouldn't deposit $50. You'd do 5 deposits of $10 just to hear that sound more. And we need more about that in the financial world because it's an emotional world. And saving money would be way more satisfying if we got emotional kickbacks like that. So I would encourage you, this is the end of the video, to find your own emotional kickback for savings. Find your happy theme. Find your winning song that is going to bridge that gap between your lizard brain that wants to hear the happy song and the reality that when you deposit money, even when it doesn't feel good, you're doing the right thing in the long run and you're winning in the long run. So now I'm just going to go through some themes that I think about when I save money, and maybe you can take one of those, or maybe you can find your own. That was actually a big one when I was paying off the mortgage. All right, that's it for 5-Year Club video number 59. I hope that was helpful. Hope you come up with your own celebration song so that your lizard brain gets a nice, good, happy every time you deposit money into a savings account, so you do it more often so you become rich. Have a fabulous evening.